Today, we're gonna start building my bookcase. Are you excited?
No.
Yes, you are, you liar. Womp womp.
1, 2, 3, I don't know who else to be. 4, 5, 6, like they say I can't be fixed. 1, 2, 3, your attention's all I need. 4, 5, 6, don't let it slip. 1, 2, 3, I don't know who else to be. 4, 5, 6, like they say I can't be fixed. 1, 2, 3, your attention's all I need. 4, 5, 6, don't let it slip. I don't have any favorite, just give me any kind. Even if it hurts a bit, I think I will be fine.
All right, we're in it. We're back from Home Depot. We've got our sheet goods, and we're starting by ripping them down to width. We're doing 8 and 10 inches. The width is going to vary just a little bit because the closet itself isn't even on both sides. So like when you walk in the door, the left side is a little bit less deep than the right side. If that makes sense? And you'll see that. It's actually somewhat convenient because you can have a spot for your smaller books, and then on the right side you'll have a spot for maybe your larger books, textbooks, and I don't know, Allie's got a bunch of like sciencey books that she reads, things like that. And one thing I did when we were at Home Depot is I had the staff just rip these boards down, or rip them in half widthwise. So instead of 48 inches, you're gonna have two 24-inch pieces. And I actually had them rip it to 25 inches. That saw they have is like, I don't think they've ever changed the blade on it. Every time I've ever been there, it just shreds the veneer on the plywood. So the best thing you can do is just have them rip it a little oversized, a little proud, so you can rip it down on your saw with a sharp blade and get rid of some of the tear out. And it actually made it fit in the vehicle we were driving. Well, sort of.
So, what do you think?
Well, we had this cut before we knew if it would fit or not. So now we have to take it home.
And, well, it fits.
It fits.
But we got a smushed passenger, Mr. Blue. Here we are.
Yeah, once you cut it, you kind of own it. Now I'm going to do a little cross cutting, and I might take a little bit of heat for this. I should have been using a cross cut sled or maybe a skill saw. Felt comfortable with the cut. I've got a riving knife on my table saw, and I just had to knock these out. There's only 10 of them. These are the sides of the closet shelves. I'm cutting them a little bit oversized, and you'll see why. Once I've installed the back of the closet, I end up putting these in place and then marking each one individually because the closet, like most houses, just isn't totally square. So just to make it prettier, a little more flush, I'm doing it this way. And then of course drilling some pocket holes so I can attach the sides to the back. And then on to the fun part, the edge banding. So I ended up going with plywood, deciding to edge band it instead of just using hardwood. I just don't have the tools to like make it as flat or as nice looking. There's just no easy way to do edge banding. It ends up just being kind of a pain in the butt no matter what you do. This is the method that I found to work the best. Just get the iron-on stuff, get it as close to the width of the plywood that you're using as you can, and then just use a sharp, like I'm talking sharp, utility knife to trim it up. I switch blades like every couple boards. It ends up just saving you so much time in the end. And then don't be afraid of what it looks like before you hit it with the sander. The sander cleans up a lot of ugly, or it did in my case. So, you know, just take your time, do your best, and I'm always surprised at the way it looks after I've finished up and after I've hit it with the sander and some finish. I'm like, all those little imperfections that I noticed originally have somewhat disappeared. And then super glue is going to be your friend. If you end up cutting up any of the laminate, super glue, painter's tape should fix it right up. And finally, we're going to hit this bad boy with some water-based polyurethane. Huge pro tip here. Water-based finishes typically won't yellow your maple or birch or pine, plywood or wood in general as much as, say, oil-based polyurethane or varnish. Just a pro tip there. Keep that in mind.
What do you think?
Dude, I can I kind of like live in that.
You gonna help my love?
Yeah. Sweet, closet's cleaned out. Allie's books are out of there. Well, like half of her books are out of there. She's got a lot. And I did some installing of a light in the top there, which I didn't show because I'm not like the best electrician and I only have a semi idea of what I'm doing there. I just kind of sped through that, but as you can see, there's a light switch on the inside of the closet and some lights above. Here I'm taping. I'm using tape to mark out where my shelves are gonna go. So you'll see where this comes into play in a little bit, but the other thing I'm doing is marking out where all my studs are. This is a bookshelf. It's gonna be heavy, especially with all the books she has. I've got to make sure I know exactly where my studs are. I can mount my wall brackets. These are just your simple, I think they're 7 3/4 inch wall brackets. They hold 100 pounds a piece, and I thought they looked all right. They're flat black. I thought they'd be good for this project. Now comes time to install those freshly finished boards. I'm starting from the top and working my way down because I need access to the bottom of those brackets. This is really kind of where the fun begins because now it's starting to look like a bookshelf. You're gonna notice on the right hand side, right where I'm at right now, I have left off that corner bracket. And the reason for that is I can level that shelf once I've installed the pocket holes, which you can see. Then I'll throw a level on the top. If the boards aren't perfectly flat, I can work that corner piece up or down, get it perfectly level, then install the bracket. Now I've got a perfectly uniform level shelf, and I did the same thing on the other side. Remember I was talking about marking these boards individually for that perfect fit, and you can see they're just sliding in really, really nice. Things got a little spicy once I got to that very bottom shelf. You kind of have to stand on your head to install that one, but I'm really pumped about how level everything came out. This closet wasn't totally square, which I knew going into it, so I was like, I'll just do my best and see what happens, but really pumped.